one planet, billions of kids. Fairies and firemen and dancers and magicians and cowboys and princesses and superheroes. But there are also kids, actually a few million kids, who are really, really sick, battling to survive. Kids for whom being a kid is on hold.
A wish is more than a gift or a temporary distraction. When a child's true wish, a deep ambition, or desire comes true, it has the power to transform a life.
Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Genie TV, Make-A-Wish Philippines official online series. I'm Danny.
And I'm Trixie, and we will be your hosts for tonight's episode.
Yes, how are you, Trixie?
I'm great. Kinakabahan ng slide.
I'm excited for tonight because we're going to be joined by some very special people.
Yes, very special friends, actually.
Yes. Feeling ko kinakabahan na din sila, but we're ready. Anyway, to everyone watching at home, we want to say hello to you. As you can see, Trixie and I are at home, safe at our own homes. We're safe and social distancing, and we hope that you are too. If you are out, if you're working, especially if you're a frontliner, we want to say thank you for your service, and we hope that you are protected wherever you go. So before we start, I think it's important to say that right now there are things happening in the world that are very challenging and difficult. And it's easy to look at everything and feel hopeless and angry and sad and scared. But I think one of the best things that we can do for each other right now is to be a light to one another. And that's what I hope we can do through this program for all of you. And also, of course, our main goal for this program, Genie TV, is to raise awareness for the foundation and also to raise funds to help give hope, strength, and joy to children with critical illnesses and their families. So we hope that you can support us by sharing this video, inviting your friends and family to watch, and also by donating any amount that you can. There is a QR code somewhere on the screen. You can scan that with your phones, or you can also go to the website address that's on the screen and donate any amount that you can. It will really help us out.
That's right, Danny. And so far, everyone has been like working so hard even during this time, even if we're like physically distant from each other. I mean, the organization has been doing its very best naman. Diba? For our first episode, we thought it would be fitting to have a discussion about all things Make-A-Wish. Diba? Just to introduce our organization a little bit more, especially to those who have little or those who have absolutely no knowledge about who we are. Sino nga ba tayo, diba? And we will be joined by three of our amazing volunteer leaders and friends of ours as we answer the most frequently asked questions about Make-A-Wish and Make-A-Wish Philippines. And also to talk about our personal experiences, their own personal experiences in the foundation.
Yes. So, Trixie, why don't we go ahead and introduce our guests for tonight?
Okay. Let's get this started and let's welcome our dear volunteer leaders, Yona Mapa, Julia Tabo, and Gerard Afable.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, everybody.
Hi, Danny.
Hello.
Hi, Trixie.
How are you?
Palpakan.
Okay ka lang.
Round of applause. Yan.
Okay, so thank you guys for being here tonight and for helping us introduce everyone to the world of wishes. And we have a lot of burning questions,
Burning.
frequently asked questions about Make-A-Wish that we'd like to answer for everybody who is watching. So before we do that, maybe we should do one round of introductions. Maybe say who you are, what you do for life in general, and what your role is in Make-A-Wish. So why don't we start with Yona?
Okay, thanks, Danny. Hi, everyone. So my name is Yona, and I'm a volunteer for Make a Wish. I've been with Make a Wish for around 10 years already. And currently, I'm on the incoming board of trustees. And yay! And outside of Make a Wish, I'm a teacher.
Okay, next let's go to Gerard. Affable.
Hello. Hi everyone. I've been a volunteer of Make-A-Wish since March 2018. Fun fact, Ate Iona was my captain when I first started. Outside Make-A-Wish, I am a student, fourth year AB Pol-Sci in Ateneo. And currently, I am the Wish General for Team Sidlak. So shout out to my captains ko. Hello, friends. And I am also a photographer for Make-A-Wish.
Yay, thanks,
Yay.
Gerard. Now, and last but not the least, Julia.
Hello. So I'm Julia Tabo. I've been a volunteer since 2017. My first wish grant was in Valentine's Day. So I'm a wish captain for Team Adlaw. So hi guys. And outside of Make a Wish, I'm actually a marketing executive for Unity Philippines. So it's a digital marketing company. So there.
Yay.
Hey,
Yay.
thank you.
What
Salamat
about you,
ulit.
Trixie?
Hey, Julia.
Hi. Okay. Sige, we have to introduce ourselves din na nga naman. Ano,
Of
Dami.
course.
Of course. So, hi,
don't know
I'm
who we are.
Trixie. Oh, nga eh. Not everyone naman knows who we are. Of course. So, hi, guys. I'm Trixie. I've been volunteering for Make-A-Wish. I believe it was like 2015. And then, ano ba yung next question? What I am, who I am outside of Make-A-Wish. I'm also a teacher. And I am the Wish General of Team Sinan. Woohoo!
Yay.
Yay.
And your turn, Danny.
Oh, my turn. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Danny May Everett. I am the program officer of Make-A-Wish Philippines. So this is actually my full-time job. I've been with Make-A-Wish since 2015 as a full-time employee, but I started out as a volunteer, I think 2013. And outside of Make-A-Wish, while I work for Make-A-Wish, I'm also a freelance videographer and photographer, mainly for stage events like shows and concerts and musicals, etc. Yeah, so that's me.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank
Hey.
you. Hello again to everyone. So this is Yona, Gerard, and Julia. I'm Trixie, and this is Danny. So I guess we'll begin asking the frequently asked questions. So I guess the most asked question of all, are we a TV show? Tayo ba yung ano? Pareho ba tayo dun sa
I don't think we
wish
can
ko
say,
lang?
no? Okay, never mind, you said it.
Whoop! Sige, Danny, are we a TV show?
Yeah,
Danny.
that's actually true. We are, no, I mean, that's true that it's asked. No. I meant that it's true that it's always asked if we are a TV show, but we're not. It's just very, we just get mistaken for it, I guess, because the name is very similar. And what we do is similar as well. We grant wishes. But I think as we discuss what Make-A-Wish is, I hope it'll be seen what the distinction is between the show and us as a foundation. And yeah, so all the time the parents ask us before the event starts if that's who we are, but we're not that TV show. Um, yeah, we're a foundation that's been in the Philippines for 20 years na. So nauna pa tayo dun sa show. So so yeah, that's the answer. We are not a TV show.
We are not the TV
We
show.
are-
Definitely.
Surprise.
So what does Make-A-Wish Foundation do? Like, sino ba talaga siya? Ano ba talaga yung foundation?
Mhm.
So maybe we can hear from Yona.
Okay, sure, Trixie. So like Danny said, we are not a TV show. Surprise. We're actually a not-for-profit organization, and Make-A-Wish Philippines is an affiliate of Make-A-Wish International or Make-A-Wish Foundation International. And this organization is all about creating life-changing experiences for children with critical illnesses. So all we want to do is grant the wish of every eligible child and just create, like I said, a life-changing experience for them.
Okay.
Thanks, Yona.
Thanks.
I think throughout the program, we'll discuss more about the specifics about what we do, but I think you want to cover the gist of it, or what our mission is. So the question after people ask, what does the foundation do? And then we say, we grant wishes. So the next question would be, why do you grant wishes? So I think the best way that we can describe it as different. We're differently involved in the foundation. We all have different involvements. We can discuss. Why don't we discuss the power of a wish through our own experiences? So yeah, like how have you seen the power of a wish in a wish kid's life, and why do you think Why do we grant wishes? Who wants to answer first?
Wants to answer
Gerard.
first. Okay, sige. Me personally, as a volunteer and also a photographer, the magic of a wish doesn't begin on the gift giving. It begins talaga on the start of the event where the kid is welcomed by everyone. So the team and the staff members who welcome the kid during the event, dun pa lang nakikita na natin na the kid lights up. Excited na siya makipag-meet with different people, and it is heightened even more once we do our wish reveal. So talagang nagiging masaya yung mga bata, nakikita natin yung ngiti sa kanilang mga mukha, and dala-dala nila to, so all the way until they leave the event.
Mm-hmm. And to add to that, I think what Jared was saying is that we really create these experiences for the kids, what we call wish experiences. And I think one of the reasons why we see that it's really important to create these wish experiences for the kids is because, the kids that are our beneficiaries, they don't usually get to do these things or go to these places or have these parties. So we grant the wishes so that, to give them, number one, to give them back their childhood, even just for a short while, even just for a few hours, and to also show them some positivity in the midst of their struggles and challenges. So yeah, who else wants to answer the question? Trixie, do you have an answer?
Well, I guess kasi parang we have to be reminded then of what the wish is. Kasi parang ang powerful ng word ng make a wish. How do you make a wish? So we first have to answer also like what is a wish? Kasi yung mga bata naman, like I guess even us, even though we're not considered like technically children, like smaller children, kasi we're like really old now by age. But I guess like every one of us have our own set of wishes, and our beneficiaries naman have different forms of wishes. Kasi parang people might have that misconception that it's always something tangible. Kasi we use the word give. Diba? Parang we give them their wish or we grant them their wish. So baka nagkakaroon lang ng misconception na kailangan talaga siyang item or palagi siyang object na talagang literal na ibibigay mo. But I guess we have to be reminded that there are different forms of wishes. Like our beneficiaries have wishes to be. Diba? Ano yung gusto
Yeah.
nila maging paglaki nila? Wish to meet. Sino ba yung tinitingala nila? Sino ba yung nakaka-inspire sa kanila na maging mas malusog, na magpagaling? Kaya wish to go. Ano ba yun nga, yung mga hindi nila napupuntahan na merong mga limitasyon kasi sa schedule, sa finances, sa budget, yung gano'n, na sana gusto nilang puntahan. And of course, meron din namang mga wishes to have. You know, something that even like very simple things like wish to have like a small car or like a small doll. Diba? So it can come in different forms, but I guess parang it's all about the experience talaga. And that is more of like what the heart of the wish is. Diba? So maybe we can also talk about you as a volunteer. How do you actually see the talaga natin yung wish ng isang bata? So maybe you could like describe a particular wish grant that you've had or that you've experienced as a volunteer. Sige, let's give them thinking time. Di ba? Pero let's try to remember kasi I'm sure marami tayong naaalala. Di ba? Nabanggit ng mga guests natin, they've been volunteering for how many years, and that is quite a number of wish grants that they've been to. So, and each and every one of those wish events naman is very special. One of a kind talaga, and every kid has this special wish. And that's what we aim to deliver also. A very unique wish experience. So maybe anyone or someone can, like cite an example or share how you've witnessed, like a wish experience.
A memorable wish experience.
Maybe
has a
I
memory?
can start.
Go, Julia.
Go, Julia.
Go.
Na-feel ko yung excitement ni Julia.
Okay, so for me, I guess a memorable wish experience is really the most recent one that I helped grant. It's really his name was Rex. Talagang nag-stick siya sa akin because it was like a normal wish grant lang, and just a background then, Rex is a kid. I forgot lang how old he was, but I remember he had leukemia, and his wish was to have Iron Man. So I don't know if you remember this, Danny, but it was just a normal wish grant. So we'd eat here, and then we were playing with him, ganon. And then I guess what made it really memorable is his wish to have an Iron Man figurine. So we were able to grant that. But while we were going around BGC, because we had the wish grant there, and we visited this one was, I think, Heroes yung pangalan ng place. So it's a store there in BGC where they had mga figurines of different superhero characters. We were just supposed to visit there and show him yung mga different figurines, and we were shocked that the place actually gave him a legit figurine na we saw na, as in it was a bit old, pero kasi it was a really collector's item, so the value of that. So seeing how a lot of people are affected by the power of the wish, not just the kid, is what makes it great. Then it's what makes it a bit more powerful, because it's not just the kid that's affected, it's the community, the people that's involved, us volunteers. So yun, that what made it really memorable talaga is the fact, knowing that there were lots of people who's very generous. And then after that pala, we went to Fully Booked, in which Fully Booked sakto that day they had like a comic book convention something. But it was a big celebration of comic books. They even gave out mga free comic books to the kids. So yun, it's that what made it memorable is the fact that there were a lot of generous people, and super happy talaga ni Rex, like yung his eyes lit up. Even his sister, he was there, super happy siya for his brother. So yan.
Yay,
Thank you
thanks,
for that
Julia.
story.
That's
Yeah,
so
so I think it's really great. Like we can see, like, even just from the story of Julia, how we really create these experiences for the kid. It's not like we just like Julia's wish kid just wanted an Iron Man. What is that? An Iron Man
Anything.
figure.
Yeah.
Yun lang, diba? That's all that he wanted. But their group gave him so much more and such a memorable experience. And that's what we do here at Make a Wish. Is like we we go beyond what the wish is and make it an experience for the kid. And I think that's what's really great about the process and about what the power of a wish is. So yes, that's the answer to the
Oh,
question.
that's so true. And it's so special kasi that's actually how Make-A-Wish started, di ba, Dani? Na parang it's really about the community hearing about, gusto pala niya ng ganito. Her very first wish from America, di ba, si Christopher Gracious, parang nalaman lang ng community niya na he wanted to be a police officer. And it was really out of the generosity of their hearts to help out and help grant that wish. And that's kind of how Make-A-Wish Philippines started also. Like, it was just a group of friends and parang they really wanted to give more than just, okay, yan na yun. Okay na, gano'n. Diba? It's really like more about the experience and getting to empower the wish kid. So, I guess to expound a little more on that, because Julia was talking about like her experience. So maybe we can ask our other volunteers also, like, how do you grant wishes? Because there are like multiple and various roles in the organization. So why don't we share naman based on like different experiences? Because you're gonna hear these like catchphrases of like who's a wish sponsor or who's like a wish partner and who's a wish volunteer. So maybe you could like share naman about your own experience on how you grant wishes. So sige, raise tayo ng hand. No? Teacher, sige naman.
Teacher Trixie.
Yes, Teacher Yona.
I can go. So you were asking about the actual experience of granting a wish.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the experiences that I can share is what it's like to be a wish sponsor, because over the past several years of volunteering for Make-A-Wish, I also got the chance to be a sponsor, which I feel was a very special experience. So what happened was I decided that for my birthday, instead of asking for gifts, I would ask people to give me donation so that I could pull up enough money to make a wish experience for a wish kid. And then for me, when you're the one granting the wish and you're the sponsor, I feel like you would feel the power of the wish, because it helped me to realize that any gift that I ask for someone from my birthday or anything that I wish for my birthday, it will never mean as much to me as giving this wish child her wish. So what we did was, her wish was to have a bow and arrow. And like you were saying earlier, Make-A-Wish just isn't about giving a wish. It's about creating or making a wish. So we went to the mall and we went to an archery place with her and her lolo. Then so we had some archery activities, we had some lunch, we played games, and then we gave her the bow and arrow at the end. And giving her the bow and arrow, that felt so special to me, because I knew that I could never be that happy receiving any gift. But more than that, seeing her and her lolo in the archery center or the archery place was so special for me, because I could see how I felt lucky to be in their presence. Like, that was the gift already for me. Like, wow, I get to witness this lolo trying out his granddaughter's hobby and supporting her and cheering her on. So that was something that I felt was the way that I felt the power of the wish as a sponsor. Yeah.
Awesome. I think I remember that we posted about that wish grant. It really looked so fun.
Yeah.
You guys even posed with the bonus.
Yeah, we had poses pa. And I just remembered I also had two friends who were not Make-A-Wish volunteers, but I asked to join me, and they're also watching now. So yeah, so that was a really good wish grant.
Okay. What about Julia? Because I know that Julia actually started the partnership of Make-A-Wish and the school called Enderon. So what was that like? Like, from your perspective as an org partner, a school of your school org, what was that like to grant wishes with Make a Wish as a partner?
Okay. So I'll give a little bit of a backstory just so mas ma-understand ng everyone. So we were in a regular meeting, like thinking of what projects to do for the semester. The our org, by the way, is called Enduran Leadership Program. So shout out to you guys. Hello. Um so we were thinking of projects to do for the semester, and out of the blue we were thinking of creating a CSR program. So it started out simply as that. We just wanted to give back, ganon. Tapos, sakto, I was starting out na as a volunteer for Make-A-Wish nun. Still very new. So, and then when I pitched the idea to the team na maybe we can partner with them, since I know naman na the organization, ganon, and I've witnessed how great it is. So, yun, that's how the partnership started. So, we tried it out first. And then, as the team, as our org was planning and getting to the wish granting day na, I guess I noticed how everyone was just so excited. It didn't feel like a usual org event. You know how there's those big college org events. It was just really fun because first, of course, we had to start with donations, and then so what we did, we had a little booth lang and asking just to try lang maybe if there'll be anyone in our school to give out donations, and we were so surprised on how generous the students are and the faculty are, and because of that, after that we were able to gain quite a good number of money to be able to grant the wishes of 3 wish kids. So that's what we did. So we granted the three wishes, and then we made it a theme. I don't remember. I think it was a Disney theme, yung first naming wish grant. So we dressed up in costumes. Thus we booked one big empty classroom, and we designed the whole place. And it was just really fun for the whole org because everyone's just having fun, making decorations. And then on the day, we dressed up somewhere like Mickey Mouse. Somehow it was Lilo and Stitch. So then when the kids came in, mas, alam mo yung that silence, kunyari, like for a while, just to see like how bigla ang yung, I don't know how to say it, para bang bigla ang they're here na, and then when they started to interact with the kids, that's when everyone's aura just lit up. It became a bit better, para bang mas naging fun because they were able to the students, my classmates, were able to interact with them, and when they started interacting, mas naging slowly naglalight up na rin yung faces ng kids because they were all so shy at first. Tapos when we did parang cupcake activity, that's when mas nagbond. Tapos towards the end of it, when we gave na their wishes, they were playing the toys now with the students. So overall, what made it great is that it bonded the whole organization for that big cause, and at the same time, para bang it was just the impact of it to the org was just really great that it went on every semester. Para bang since I graduated na, I was able to do about 4 wishes. We were able to organize 4 wishes in which I headed it. So it was a every semester thing. So we all enjoyed it, evidently, and yeah, ever since that, alam ko they're still doing it even if I graduated already. So yeah, that's my big experience as a partner. So
Thanks, Julia. That's such a wonderful story. Kasi diba, parang sometimes we also forget that it gives us something as well as Make-A-Wish volunteers. It's not just us giving something to our beneficiaries. It's parang merong return din sa atin. And
Yeah.
diba, tama naman, Danny. It's not really just the wish kid. Yes, Julia.
Can I just add? Like I just remembered it after the wish grant, like when the kids went was out na, and it was just us students lang in the room. Everyone's face was like, alam mo yun, para bang, oh, we helped them grant their wish. Like, oh, we helped them smile in that way. Alam mo yun, like that heartwarming feeling talaga that the kids leave into the whole room. Yun, that's what's irreplaceable then, I guess.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julia, for sharing. So since we've been talking about how to grant wishes and how the volunteers can be involved, um, I think it would be also nice to share how a child can be a wish kid for Make a Wish, because there might be parents who are watching that are wondering, or people who know a child that has a critical illness and want their wish to be granted. So, um, if it's okay, I'll just share like the short process of how the kids become wish kids.
Yes,
So,
please, Danny.
yes, for the
Yeah,
parents
good idea.
watching. So the kids that we grant wishes for, they are 2.5 to 17 years old. Um, they are diagnosed with critical illnesses. So what we do is we have partner hospitals all around Metro Manila, like PGH, Philippine Children's Medical Center, and we have partner doctors and nurses and social workers as well. So the main way that we reach out to the kids is by through the social workers. So they go out, they interview the kids at the hospitals, and we get to know the kids and find out what their wish is. So basically, that's the simple way of how we reach out to the kids. Sometimes we also get messages on Facebook. So if you are a parent watching, pwede po kayo mag-message sa Facebook page. And just give us the details about the child, name, condition, the age, and kung saang hospital para po mapuntahan namin kayo, mapuntahan ng social worker yung anak nyo or relative para ma-interview. So, yun. Just wanted to share that because there might be parents watching and wondering about how they can be part of Make a Wish. So, I'm checking also the comments on the live, and there are some questions,
Oh, cool.
and there are many fans of Yona.
Thanks, friends.
Say hello.
Yona has a lot of fans. So there is a question here, and I think Gerard, you can answer this. It is, what is what is a volunteer's role in the wish granting process?
Okay. So volunteers are really the backbone of the events. Wish to have, wish to go, wish to be. Lahat yan, purely the volunteers. And thank you to all the volunteers who help us. But
Yeah.
we start off by organizing fundraisers. So we form a team of around 5 to 6 people, and the first thing we do is raise our own funds. So we organize sticker sales. We resell or create garage sales, and then from there, yun yung ginagamit namin to fund the event. And usually, this is attached to the wish. So we had an experience, favorite nung kid ay animals. So mahilig yung kids sa dogs. So what we did was we sold stickers that are dog themed. It was super successful that we ended up shipping stickers to Davao. As in
Wow.
binayaran nila yung shipping cost. Also outside NCR. So yun yung mga ginagamit namin to organize these events. So aside from fundraisers, we also look for appropriate venues. So for example, if it's a wish to have a bike, we don't want naman to give them a bike lang in a fast food restaurant, ganon. Syempre, we want to create a bond. We want to create experiences. So we looked for a clubhouse in a nearby village, and then that's where we granted it. So it was a grassy area lang. We had tables and chairs. We set up decors. We set up a short program. And we allotted 45 minutes just for the kid and the volunteers who brought their bikes to just bike around the village. So it's not just giving the wish talaga, it's also the bond that is created, and the laugh that was shared while the volunteers were trying to chase the kid habang nasa bike sila, ganun. So yeah, we also want to document everything, making sure that the smiles of the kids are captured in our photos and our videos, and we want to ensure that the experience is 100% from start to finish.
Wow. Thanks,
Galing,
Gerard.
galing. Diba, parang it
Amazing.
also shows us that a Make-A-Wish Philippines volunteer has to know how to ride a bike. Tama, Dani?
Oo nga.
That's a requirement.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That
Dani!
background sounds- that background is familiar,
No, no, but
Oh, yeah.
like on a serious note, di
Grant.
ba? Oo. But I kind of want to ask, like, what makes a volunteer a Make-A-Wish Philippines volunteer? Seryoso naman tayo. So, I kind of want to talk about what makes our volunteers also unique and special because, you know, we have certain um, characteristics that sets us apart from other like volunteers from other nonprofit organizations. So, maybe you and I can talk about what makes a volunteer a Make-A-Wish volunteer.
Sure, Trixie. So I just wanted to jump off of what Gerard was saying about how for him, being a volunteer is being 100% from the start to the finish. And that's something that I have seen in volunteers. Speaking as someone who's volunteered for Make-A-Wish Philippines for a long time, and then I also worked for volunteer care for Make-A-Wish Australia. So just getting to know Make-A-Wish volunteers from around the world, I've seen how child-focused our volunteers are. And we always put the Wish Kids first. So whatever is going to make the Wish Kid happy on that day, that's what we'll do. For example, I went to a Wish grant where the Wish Kid wanted to be in a fashion show. So we prepared all these clothes and this fashion show and everything. And then on the spot, the kid got nervous and didn't want to walk. So you just have to scrap the activity and just like play with the child and make him happy. So it's really the child focus that drives Make-A-Wish. Aside from that, there are also other things like being innovative and creative. That's another favorite thing that I find in Make-A-Wish volunteers because we don't just give the gift or give the wish. We create an experience for them. So Make-A-Wish volunteers are storytellers, they're artists, they're genies or they're wish fairies. They bring magic to life. And aside from that, we also have three other values, which is we want to have an impact, we want to create a community, and we have integrity in what we do. But for me, I think the child focus and the innovation and magic is really what sets Make-A-Wish volunteers apart.
Yay! Thanks, Yona. So, hindi pala kasama yung riding a bicycle. So, it's okay, Dani.
It's okay.
You can stay.
I'm safe.
Also ready to host. You have to always be ready to host.
Always be ready to host. That is so true.
Yeah.
And I think outside of the core values of being a volunteer, relating to what you guys said, always be ready to host. It's really just always be ready for anything because
Yeah, that's
anything
true.
can happen during wish grants, and also anything can be asked of you from me. Joke, from Miss Wish.
Bye, Dani.
No, because I remember I was the one who asked Gerard if he could host, and then I think you were shy to say no, so you
Until
just
now,
said
I'm still shy.
you, so you
Really,
said,
really, yeah.
Parang hindi sila naniniwala dyan.
no.
Suspicious.
So yeah, like be ready for anything, and be ready to also grow and experience new things and meet new people and be open for new experiences and for new amazing memories. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And growing as a person, like
Mhm.
what Gerard was saying, he was shy before, but in general, I think all Make-A-Wish volunteers, we have the chance to grow as people while we're in the organization.
And because we're asking you to be ready for anything, like right now, are you guys ready?
Or
Ala,
To that.
for anything. Because we actually have like
A
a
surprise.
game. O, di ba?
Yeah.
Surprise! Meron tayong pop quiz. Talagang teacher na teacher. Kanina ko to.
Quiz.
Oo, pop
These are
quiz.
things that you should
What's
know.
the passing
Basic
score?
things that you should know as a volunteer. So if you don't know them, you
Oh
will
no.
kick out of the Zoom.
Hello.
Out na.
Me naman, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask the question, and then just raise your hand, and then the first person to raise will be the one to answer. So the first question is, who was the first wish of Make-A-Wish Philippines? Oh, Yona.
Yes, Yona.
So I can give Julia a chance.
Oh,
Yes,
Julia.
si Julia naman
Same.
daw.
I know he's Christian, so his wish
Mhm.
was to sing to the whole world, and the way it was granted was he was able to sing with Regine Velasquez on the it was a New Year televised concert by Regine, and it was televised to the whole world. So it was in the year when it was New Year's Eve, going into 2000, year 2000.
Wow. Good job,
Correct.
Julia.
It's like,
One
I
point
would
for
not have
Julia.
said all of those
Galing.
details. Buti na lang I skipped.
Okay, the next question is, I think Julia gave a clue, but the next question is, when did Make-A-Wish Philippines start? What year? Oh, Gerard.
1999.
It's specific. Do you have the
It's specifics.
The
Yeah.
first wish grant was December 31, 1999.
Amazing. Okay, good job.
Thank you.
1
Good
point
job, good
for
job.
Gerard.
Good
All
job,
right,
good job.
next. As
Ito.
of today, yeah, this might be something that you
Kinda
all don't
difficult.
know. But as of today, how many wishes has Make-A-Wish Philippines granted? Oh, no.
Yes, walang nagtaas ng kamay. Oh my gosh, Dani.
Gerard raised his hand first.
4,500-ish.
No,
No!
Yona.
3,654.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's try Julia. Julia, do you have a guess? And then the closest one will win.
3,535.
Price is right.
The point goes to Julia because it's 3,500.
500.
Yeah. So, grabe yung 3,600 something.
Talagang up to the last
May
digit.
84 pa talaga, no?
Probably over 500 na eh. So, pero wala pang 4,000.
Okay, so
We're
2
along the
points
lines.
for Julia and 1 point for Gerard.
Okay, I'll ask the next
Hala.
question.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Sige. So, name sino-sino yung full-time staff ng Make-A-Wish Philippines. Kailangan kilala mo sila.
Can we have a
four.
clue?
You have to
Or-
give
or-
all of the 4 names.
All of the
So,
4?
as of the moment, we only have 4 full-time staff of Make-A-Wish Philippines. So, sino-sino
Mhm.
sila?
I don't know their last
Oh, gusto nyo team effort? Sige, isa-isa.
Okay, team effort, please.
Dahil may effort.
Oh, meron ng
I know.
isa. Danny May
Danny.
Everett.
Yes.
Yes.
Yun lang.
Sino ang ating pangalawang full-time
Ah.
staff?
Si
Yes,
Ate
Gerard.
Bianca.
Okay. Yes, yun na.
Leo Ortiz.
Alea Ortiz. Yes,
One
Julia,
more.
contribute ka!
Sige, Julia. Oh, go, Julia. Ambag. Ambag.
Sabi na ni Jared si Ate Danny.
One more.
Uulitin natin si Ate. Ang dami kasing role ni Ate Dani, kaya naduduplicate siya sa listahan. Yes, Gerard.
Si Ate Ava.
No, that's
No, that's not.
it's really close, but not.
Let's change a vowel. Do you want to buy a vowel?
Si Ate Ave.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ate Ave,
Okay,
if you're watching.
so
Sorry po.
That's correct. So we have the executive director, which is Miss Alea Ortiz, and then the corporate alliances officer, I hope that's correct, is Bianca.
Hey,
And then I'm the program officer, and Ave is the social worker. So yeah. Congrats,
Yes.
guys. 1 point for each of you. Julia's still in the lead.
I'm not keeping tabs. Okay. Our next question. Can you give us what the volunteer titles are? Kasi hindi naman natin sila tinatawag na, Make-A-Wish volunteer lang siya. Like, we have our own unique way of calling each other. So, ano-ano yung mga volunteer titles?
I have
Yes,
to catch
Yona.
up.
Yes, Yona.
Okay. So when someone joins an orientation, there's kind of a brief stage of being a newbie, but then soon after that you become a wish genie. So you're granting wishes as a wish genie. After that, if you're going to lead a team of wish genies, you'll be a captain. And then if you're leading a group of captains who have their group of genies, you are a wish general. For example,
Yeah.
my co-panelist.
Yeah. So
Nani yung
Gerard is
points
a wish
yun?
general and Julia is a wish captain. Yan. Ilang points?
Ilang
10
points yan? Parang may bias tayo.
11 points. Okay, go.
So do we have more questions for them?
There's one last pop quiz
Okay.
question. What are this is because it changed now because of ECQ, but pre-ECQ, what are the 3 main volunteer roles?
Haha.
Group effort ba? Or
If you guys want.
There's 3. Actually, we just discussed it like a few days ago, so you should know.
Can I attempt?
Nagdidilig talaga siya.
Gerard wants to attempt.
Okay.
I think I only know 2. Wish events and fundraising events.
Mm-hmm. And then one more.
Okay, I'm gone.
Go, Julia.
Gerard, parang you missed the easiest.
Yeah, you missed the easiest one.
The easiest one.
Yeah. Which
So
events is when you join an event that's already planned?
Volunteer orientation? What?
No.
Wish journey or wish you plan, wish grant.
Yes. So it's wish granting or wish journey, wish events, and fundraising events. Those are the 3 main volunteer roles. Oh, you did? Sorry, Julia. Okay. So I don't know
Okay.
anymore what the points are. So,
We're all
yay! Congrats, everyone.
Good job.
Okay. So before we move on to the next segment, the next round of questions, I'd just like to say again hello to everyone watching. Yes, so as we
Thank
said at the beginning of this live stream, our main goal for this program is to raise awareness about the foundation and also to raise funds to help us give hope, strength, and joy to children with critical illnesses. So we hope that you can donate any amount that you can. There is a QR code and the website address on the screen. You can visit and that'll take you to the donate page of the website. And any amount will do. Will go a great way.
Oh, repeat natin yun, Danny.
Sorry.
Any amount. No, I mean like when you donate,
Any amount
I mean like any
will
amount.
go a long way.
Of course.
Yes. Any amount will do. Okay. So I want to read the comments, because there are a lot. Okay. So
Yeah,
there
what
are
are
still
people
fans,
saying?
still fans of Yona.
Solid.
And then there's Twixie. Twixie is a volunteer all the way from Baguio. Hello, Twixie.
Hi,
She said, hello, guys. Go, guys. And then there is the mom of Julia. Oh, she said, proud mom to Julia.
So,
And then there are friends of Gerard who are bashing him. And then also Anna, the current president of the board, is watching. She said, thanks and good job. Right.
Hi, Anna. Thanks, Anna.
And Jillian, also one
Thank
of our
you.
wish captains, is watching. So hi, Jillian. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the next round of questions, which is a little bit more personal. Are you guys ready for the personal questions? Wait, Trixie said I'm not in Baguio. She's in QC.
Nasa QC na daw si
Sorry.
Oh, you're close.
We assumed.
And shout out
Welcome
to
back.
Maria Andrea Buendia. Hi, Maria Andrea Buendia.
Full name?
Of our wish captains also. So now we have some personal questions for all of you. I think all of you guys can answer one after the other. So the first personal question is, what is the biggest way that Make-A-Wish has affected your life? Let's start with Julia.
Okay, wait. What? Again, how?
How is Make-A-Wish? What now?
What is the
What is the
biggest
biggest
way
way
that
that Make-A-Wish
Make-A-Wish-
has affected your life? Na parang may nagbago ba? How did it affect
Okay.
from your journey, I guess, from being a student and now you're working, you've been like a partner and then like a volunteer. How has it affected your life?
Okay, so I started volunteering when I was 18, and I guess ever since then, and okay, since I was 18, I've been trying to volunteer in any wish grant or any wish event as much as I can, monthly if kaya, every month, every other month, yun. I guess the way it has affected me is that it's taught me to appreciate the small things in life, because I know there are some wish kids who just wishes to go to the mall, who just wants a simple doll, or just to experience these things that we sometimes take for granted. So I guess it's that one, to be a bit more appreciative of what we have, and another is I guess to be humble. Ay, alam mo yung parang it keeps you in your toes in a way. Yun, those things. And of course, because of Make-A-Wish, I was able to meet you guys.
Aw.
It's been very fun. Really scared. So, and one last thing, it's that I was able to, because of Make-A-Wish, I was able to learn and see the different experiences of kids and different families. And I guess that has opened my eyes and to be a bit more sympathetic, and be a bit more understanding of other people, in any class or in any views, ganon. So yeah, that's how it has affected me personally.
Great. Thanks, Julia, for sharing. So next, let's call on Gerard. Can you share your experience? You're on mute though. Please turn on your microphone.
Sorry, okay, there. Okay. How has it affected me? Siguro, it helped me realize na we really all can make a difference. Not in the same way, but we can always contribute to the bigger picture. Citing siguro a while ago, I was talking about, Ate Danny was talking about hosting. So we have our own individual roles. Ako, I'm comfortable personally with photography and logistics. But if you can't host, then Ate Danny will ask you to host. Then you also learn, diba? So along the way, I learned how to host, especially with the audience of young children. But if you really, really, really can't host, then there are also many other roles for you that you contribute to the bigger picture. If nahihirapan akong gumawa ng finances, then I go logistics, I go photography. There's room for everyone in Make-A-Wish Philippines. And for me, that's one of my biggest takeaway talaga, na everyone in their own capacity can make a difference. But also, you're also given the leeway to go outside of your comfort zone so you can learn new things. Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Gerard. So next we have Yuna.
Okay, thanks, Danny. So how Make-A-Wish has impacted my life, no, has impacted me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like Danny was saying earlier, Make-A-Wish is about giving hope, strength, and joy to wish kids and to wish families. But for me, the way that Make-A-Wish impacted me is through the power of the wish. Like I feel the power of the wish impacting me in two ways. One is that I feel the hope and joy when I'm in wish grants, and I'm always reminded that there's always something to be happy about and something to be joyful about. Like Make-A-Wish reminds me that there's magic out there, and that we can all be magic makers. So that's something I experienced in the wish grants. And then the second one is that I experienced magic with the volunteers, with you guys. But then, but really, Make a Wish is one of the most positive cultures that I found. Whenever you have conversations with Make a Wish volunteers, employees, sponsors, the whole community is just so positive. It makes it impossible to forget that there's magic. And even now during the pandemic, like Danny was saying, we don't forget that there's so many things going on right now that are so difficult. But personally, the work that we've been doing with each other and with Make a Wish helps to remind me that there's still magic there and we can still do something.
Yay. Thanks so much, Yona. That's
Thanks,
so
everyone.
true. Thanks everyone for sharing about how Make-A-Wish has affected your life. What about you, Trixie, since you're also a volunteer?
No, well, that's true. Parang, it, I guess not in the aspect of hosting. Diba? Kasi parang madaldal talaga akong tao. Naturally.
Yes.
But I guess it has affected my life in ways that it made me remember of how blessed I am as well. And it's not because the beneficiaries are people that we pity. It's more because of I have something to give. And actually, this is all I can give. Diba? Parang giving everything. And I guess parang what we've heard also from the volunteers. Parang stretching you also in ways that you never anticipated. Like, we're so comfortable of like, photographer lang ako eh. But then in that moment, you have to rise up to the occasion of being a host. And I guess that also stretched me in a way na parang I'm so comfortable, like, yeah, sure, I can host, I can talk. Pero parang, but what do you do when the kids aren't responsive? Diba parang you have to put like a shift and then try to engage as like to their level as a kid again. Parang it reminded me, oh, parang I'm doing this because I'm blessed and I'm an instrument of blessing also. And this is all I could give. Like my time and my talent and my energy is something that I could give constantly. And I guess that's also like the core of what Make-A-Wish is, because there are other non-government organizations and non-profit organizations who can handle other aspects of what these beneficiaries go through. Diba? Parang if they're going through something about parang financial difficulty, there's another organization that is more fit for that. But our core value is really the child focus and our emphasis on the power of the wish and the wish experience. But it really affected me kasi talagang merong aha moment na talagang hindi mo makaka-capture ng basta-basta kung hindi ka talaga authentic, kung hindi mo talaga i-open yung sarili mo dun sa mga bata. And that has really affected me because again and again, it reminds me of, yes, I'm very blessed because I am now being used as an instrument of blessing to others. And that's probably the reason why I continue volunteering up until now.
Thanks,
It's something
Trixie.
that we share also as friends. Diba, parang whether we experience it as a photographer or as someone who just picks up a kid, susunduin mo lang siya, parang we experience this in different roles. Diba? Kahit nag-prepare ka lang, it affects your life, and it's something that, blesses us also in the most simplest of things.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Parang hindi seryoso masyado. Thank you. Ganun talaga eh. Pero yung
that was touching.
Oo.
That was very touching. Thank you. Thank
Yes, Danny.
No, I just saw kasi a comment from your sister on the live, who's also a volunteer.
Hey, sister.
Yes. So I think this one we can all answer maybe in just one sentence because we've all already kind of expounded on it through the other stories that we've shared. So her question is, what is your favorite Make-A-Wish memory Like if you could think of right now something that happened to you in Make-A-Wish without having to explain it, like you can just share. What was
Sabaw or meaningful?
any?
Meaningful or sabaw. I like that.
Maybe,
I like
sige,
that.
one,
Gusto ko yung may
one,
options siya
one
ng sabaw.
meaningful and one. Okay, go. Yun,
Pero hindi
Okay,
required
since I
na may
said
sabaw.
that na. The meaningful one was when we granted the wish of two kids sabay. They were best friends, and we went to Enchanted Kingdom with their families. So it was like a big family trip. So that's one. No explanation, di ba? Fast lang. And then the other one was when I met Alden Richards.
Oh,
Because he's cute.
Yay.
So,
Okay, next. Julia.
Wait, I'm still thinking.
too many to mention daw yung kay Julia.
Okay. I guess my favorite Make-A-Wish memory, is seeing how this one kid who has one leg na lang jump up and play around all of a sudden in the middle of a grant. Yun.
Amazing.
Oh, that is so nice.
Yes. Okay, next, Gerard.
I have a sabaw and a serious one. The serious one, sige, let's go to the serious one first. The serious one is every mass wish grant. I feel like that's one of the things I'll miss moving forward. Super saya ng mass wish grants because everyone is bonding with everyone. It doesn't matter if this volunteer is assigned to this wish kid. Pero everyone is bonding and getting to know one another. So for all the viewers who is curious kung what is a mass wish grant. So we have individual wish grants where we grant a wish to one kid. But we also have mass wish grants where we grant wishes of around 5 to 6 to sometimes 8 wish kids. So that's the serious one. The Sabaw one was shout out to Ate Dani and Julia. So I live in QC and I'm a photographer. So I
Oh, yeah.
I'm a QC. I live in QC. I'm a photographer. So I'm supposed to go to a wish grant in Enderan, Julia's wish grant, and I take a Grab. So I'm on the way to the Grab. At Danny texts me where I am. So okay, I'm in the Grab. I arrive in Enderan and I forgot my camera. So so I was a photographer without a camera that day. So doon tayo nag-adjust. So instead of being a photographer, nag-ayos ako ng program flow. I was also bonding with the kid, making sure na the kid's comfortable. So yun.
But at least you're able to adjust.
Yes.
Diba? That's good. Okay, so thank you for sharing your favorite memories. Trixie, do we have any other
Any
personal
more
questions? Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of related to what Jared just shared. But I want you to think a little deeper also. Na parang, yun nga, parang stepping out of your comfort zone. So what is something that you found challenging as you volunteer for Make-A-Wish, but also at the same time, fulfilling? But I guess parang we've tackled a little about stretching ourselves and doing things that we don't necessarily do on a regular basis, or performing volunteer roles that we don't necessarily do, like hosting, even if you're the photographer, or I guess even smaller tasks. What is something that you found challenging but also fulfilling at the same time?
Vince.
Sige, thinking time.
I'll share na lang then.
Okay.
While everyone's
Yes,
thinking.
Danny.
Something that, again, what is it?
Something that you found challenging but at the
Challenging
same
but
time
fulfilling.
fulfilling.
I think every single event is challenging but fulfilling. If you see me before an event, I'm like really stressed and like all over the place and like, oh man, oh my gosh, like that. But when it starts, when the wish grant starts, it's like you automatically feel different, and and you're just in the moment, and you feel happy and you feel fulfilled. And that whole process of of what I do, of organizing the events, and then sometimes I host the events, it's really challenging for me, especially because I'm actually an introvert and I'm very shy. And I really sometimes get anxiety when I have to talk in front of a lot of people, like right now. so so yeah, it's very very challenging. But at the end of the day, when you get home from a challenging Make a Wish day, it's you still feel fulfilled. So I think yeah, that is my answer to your question.
Thanks,
Who
Tani.
who
Parang
wants to
hindi
go next?
naniniwala yung mga tao na medyo shy tayo.
I
Diba?
am.
No, but actually that's true. Kasi parang ako rin personally, singit lang, diba? Parang I've mentioned before that I have no problem posting because I'm very comfortable with public speaking. But I'm actually very awkward at small talk. Parang when you put me beside like a stranger, so how do I break the ice? Ang hirap nga to break the ice with someone of my age or someone older. Paano pa kaya yung bata? Diba? Yung bata na nakakapit sa parents niya tapos titingnan ko, oh my God, stranger danger. How do you like break the ice? But at the same time, I find it very fulfilling when when the children actually begin opening up and talk about themselves and they start playing around. It's something that's very challenging for me kasi sige, bigyan mo ko ng mic and I talk in front and like do the segue and all of that. Pero yun nga, the challenge is what do I do when the kids aren't really engaging? But then comes the fulfillment part when I actually get to see them play around and talk and respond when I ask them questions, diba? So there, it's something that I find very, very challenging still up to this day, but at the same time fulfilling. Every time a wish kid would open up and start talking and start engaging. Anyone else?
Anyone
I can
else?
go next.
Yes, Yona.
Yona.
Something challenging. So I was like, something challenging aside from this now. But then, no, but kind of similar to what Trixie was saying. For me, I'm kind of used to talking to kids because of my job and like getting kids to open up. But with Make a Wish, because if the parents aren't happy and the parents aren't enjoying, or family in general, the child won't really go home feeling as happy because it was like they weren't able to share it. So that's something that I found challenging, like having small talk with parents, asking them about their day because I just feel awkward and don't know really how to do it. But then I have found it to be fulfilling. Like I remember there's this one parent who I kind of got close to during a wish grant. And at the end, when she was crying, she was telling me that this is the happiest day of their lives, as in her and her daughter's lives. And I didn't expect to hear that from the parent, like not even from the wish kid, but from the parent saying it was the happiest day. So I just found it to be so fulfilling. And that's also what pushes me to keep talking to parents and making sure that the family feels comfortable.
That
Thanks,
is something
Yona.
that we have to remember, diba? Parang granting wishes, it's not just about the wish kid. It's really about the rest of their family, also the rest of their loved ones. Kasi they get to experience the wish journey also with our beneficiary, diba?
Okay, who wants to share next? Julia, because she's laughing.
Julia. Go, Julia. You're laughing there. Go.
Giggling.
Okay. I guess the challenging thing for me is in general, kapag yung in a few wish grants, like kapag may biglaang you forgot to buy this or alam mo yun, hindi siya ma-avoid minsan na syempre you're preparing a lot of stuff for the party or for the wish grant, and then may biglang, oh, we forgot to do this, we forgot to do that. So para bang challenging na alam mong pagpadating na yung mga kids and then you have to run super, super fast to the nearest store to buy this particular thing. Especially if for an activity siya. So para bang pawis-pawis ka na and everything. As in talagang you'll really look for the nearest place where you can get this. Pero kasi when you come back and then the kids start using those items na as in you ran for it and scrambled everywhere for it, fulfilling siya in a way na yun, para bang it lit up their face just because of that small item, just because of a crayon, just because of a coloring book. Alam mo yun, those little things na super nasa-stress ka in that particular moment. So, yun, a fun, challenging thing for me.
Thanks, Julia. I
Thanks,
think I
thanks,
remember
Julia.
those instances during the end run wish grants.
People
I
would
think I
run around.
remember. Okay, Gerard, do you have anything to share?
Siguro small thing lang to add. I also get very challenging for me is to control my emotions. Especially when everyone's happy, when everyone's so happy to the point na the kid is on the verge of tears. Parang I also wanna do the same. Pero syempre we have to, keep positive na smile lang ganun. Yan, ganyan. So medyo mahirap. Medyo mahirap for me to control my emotions. So sometimes I step out and then breathe, compose myself for a few like seconds and then go back in. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Gerard. So thank you guys for sharing your personal experiences with Make-A-Wish. I'm gonna check the comments if there are any other questions. But we still have a lot of volunteers who are watching. Hello to all the volunteers who are watching.
Hi, volunteers.
Thank you for telling us that you love Make-A-Wish.
Of course.
Hi, guys.
Yan. Okay, so we don't have any other questions on the live stream. So now I think we can move on to the next set of questions, which is about Make-A-Wish turning 20. So as some of you
Congrats.
watching might know, Make-A-Wish is on its 20th anniversary this year.
Yes.
And even though we weren't able to have our big celebration because of the quarantine, we were supposed to have a really big celebration, but we weren't able to. We still found ways to celebrate and to be grateful for our 20 years. So we have a lot of new things that are going on that we've been working on for not just for our Wish Kids, but also for our volunteers and for the sponsors and supporters as well. So I think our guest genies can share about this because they've been actively involved in the process. So the first new thing that we are doing after our 20th anniversary is something that we call the Wish Journey. So Yona, can you share just a little bit about what the Wish Journey is?
Sure. So like we were talking about earlier, making a wish is not just about giving an item or one moment. It's about the whole experience. So the Wish Journey is basically extending that experience from capturing what the true wish is of the child to designing it to helping build up the excitement and build up the hype to the day or the weeks when their wish is being granted and then even seeing the effect after. So it can be something like a countdown calendar or building up confidence, doing confidence activities until your final show of playing a guitar or becoming a police officer, something like that. So the whole thing that I love about the Wish Journey is that it shows us that we're giving these children hope for a longer amount of time. So that imagine if they're waiting for the wish grant for 2 months and then they have the wish grant and then activities after. That's like 3 or 4 months of going to the doctor, of chemo treatment, of taking medicine. That becomes a little bit easier for them because the whole time in the back of their head, they're like, my wish is going to be granted soon. My wish will be granted soon. So it's accompanying them on this whole journey of treatment and of getting better.
Thanks,
Great.
Yona.
Thanks, Fiona. Okay, Trixie, what do we have next?
I think I want to talk about clarify lang because we mentioned I'm from Team Ganyan, Team Ganon kanina when we introduced ourselves a while ago. And it's something new that we've been working on as part of our 20th anniversary for Make-A-Wish Philippines. So we want to clarify lang so that the people who are watching are informed. ano yung wish team? Ano yung mga pinagsasasabi natin kanina? And what is a wish team? So maybe we can have Gerard to talk about that, and maybe Julia later on.
For wish teams, so currently I'm a wish general. So I handle three teams. I am in charge of three captains. So these teams have their own names. So for Sidlak we have Team Liwanag, Team Kinang, and Team Kislap. So shout out sa mga
Wow.
captains and sa mga genies under those teams. So um the genies, the general is the one in charge of ensuring that coordination between the teams and the headquarters is smooth and everything is transparent. Julia can segue to that.
And then since Gerard is the wish general, so under him we're the wish captains. So we're the ones naman closely working with the genies or the other volunteers. So in our little cluster, wish captain little cluster ganon, we help form, well, we sort of organize mga wish grants, but for now we organize para mga wish care packages ganon to our wish kids. So yun, every few months, basta in a year, we need to create mga wish grants to help the wish kids.
Thanks, Julia. I think Fiona has something to add as well.
Thanks, Danny and Julia. So, like Gerard and Julia were explaining, we have all of these teams, constellations or star formations. And so my job and the job of some of the other volunteers is just to take care of all of these people. So we catch up with them, we ask them what help they need. We try to figure out meetings or activities that they can all do. So I'm not part of the teams that they're talking about, but I'm part of the team that's just making sure that all of the volunteers are having a good time.
Yeah, so I think it's great that we have sort of like an HR for the volunteers. Because we really want what Make a Wish also wants is to also help the volunteers grow and experience the power of a wish. So we also have what Yona said. We have this group called the Volunteer Care. So like what the name says, we care for the volunteers. So we make sure that they're okay. We think of programs that will help them grow, that will help them go through whatever they're going through in the foundation. So yeah, so Yona is one of the leaders of that. And then we also have, I think I want to shout out Sandy and Kuya Apa and Trixie, who are also volunteers for that group to take care of the volunteers. So yeah, you guys are sharing about the wish teams. So now we're gonna go to the last round of questions, which I think is more about where we are now because of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's true. Diba? Parang, of course, we have to clarify then. Parang, what have we been doing exactly since everyone was advised to stay in their homes? How are we actually functioning as an organization? And I guess, of course, just like any org, we've been affected by that. We had to postpone all our wish grants and delay our scheduled fundraising events, even our big 20th anniversary celebration. But of course, we didn't let that naman stop our organization from continuing our mission of granting wishes. So I just want our volunteer leaders to explain how are we, kamusta tayo, and what have we been doing during this pandemic. And we actually discussed a portion of this already, so we'll pick up on that. Let's hear from Yona because she was the one who talked about the wish journey. So maybe Yona, you could share a little more about what we're doing right now about that.
Sure. So to support the volunteers who are going through the wish journey, we're doing an e-learning module so that we can at least keep connecting with all the volunteers. Right now, we're focusing on an aspect of the wish journey, which is the wish anticipation or helping get the kids ready. And Gerard and Julia have been heavily involved with that. So they'll also be sharing about their experience with putting together these wish anticipation packages, which gets kids excited. And then aside from that, also, like I said, I'm part of the team that takes care of the volunteers. So we have check-ins, we have game nights, and we also have like a hobby club, like we talk about baking, so little things like that to stay connected. But like I said, one of the major things we're doing is the wish anticipation, which Gerard and Julia have been working on.
Yes.
Yes, thanks,
Do you wanna
Jonas.
share? Do you want to share about how you've been doing the care packages with your team?
Go, Julia. You can go first.
Daya.
Okay. So recently did our first round of wish care packages. So what our team did is we all pulled in, since given that we are all at our own homes, and that we're not really able to go out right now. So what we did for the wish care package is to really just pull in um everything that we have at home, and everything that's available online for us to buy. And in relation to anticipate the wish, so for example, the kid wishes to have like to go to Disneyland or something, so we pulled in a lot of mga Disney themed items. We put a headband, we put coloring books, and we just us volunteers just really tried to make do and just DIY and be super creative and resourceful with the wish care package. And then once we were able to collate everything, so we passed it on to our wish kid, and that's the wish care package. Do you have anything to add?
Siguro to add lang din. So after we collect and look for things, no, like in our houses, we pull them together in one person's house. So consolidation point. We use the term consolidation point. And from there, and everything comes in, all the coloring materials, all the letters of hope, all the creative stuff, and all the small things that the wish kid enjoys, either enjoys eating, enjoys playing with. We send it over to the house of the wish kid.
Yeah. Thank you guys for sharing about the care packages. I think it's comforting for the people watching. I think it would be comforting for them to know that we're still reaching out to the wish kids, because I think when the quarantine started, a lot of the volunteers and even the supporters and our Make a Wish friends were asking us how the wish kids are during this time, what are we doing for them. So I think, yeah, this is a really good way that we are still giving them hope, strength, and joy, even from a distance, even from social distancing. We're still able to reach out to them. So yeah, I think it's a great thing that we're doing. Okay. So talking about the pandemic. So as you can see, we're all at home. We can't really go out and do events. Also for the safety of the kids as well. So even though we are in GCQ, we're still going to be very careful and very cautious about how we approach, how we meet the wish kids, because we want them to be safe. So now that we aren't really able to do the wish grants in the normal way, we still want to grant wishes. So I want to ask, like, you guys, the 4 volunteers, what do you think the importance of the power of a wish is right now during this difficult time in the world? Yeah.
Trixie.
Tama. Go, Trixie.
Well, I guess it's very important because we've been talking about what like how powerful these wishes are as volunteers. Diba parang kahit hindi nga tungkol sa atin yung wish, it's about someone else. And that's very important right now, especially when people have other concerns in their lives that might distract them from being hopeful. Because it's so easy, I guess, to to allow ourselves to be negative when all we see in the news are all these like things about this and that, and our anxiety about not being assured of the immediate future. Sharing the power of a wish through our activities such as the wish anticipation packages are small reminders lang of like, hey, we're still here. Diba? Parang, hey, it's okay. You're not going through this alone. It's not naman like discounting what they're actually struggling with, but it's more of reminding them that it's okay to focus on the positive and to help remind them. And I guess as volunteers, it helps remind ourselves of that as well. That it's not just about me. Diba, parang sometimes it's also easy to wallow in self-pity na parang, oh my gosh, wala akong magawa. Like, as a person, na ako lang. That's why we're an organization, because you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to go through it alone. That's why we grouped ourselves into wish teams. That's why we have wish captains to check upon you every now and then. That's why we have wish generals that you can coordinate with. That's why you have the volunteer care team to actually guide you through the entire process. Because hope is something very contagious. So it's something that I guess can help us overcome this virus that we don't necessarily see and that we don't have that weapon yet to fight it. Maybe just the power of a wish can help spread through all the Make-Wish volunteers, like one person at a time. And it's, I guess, a very powerful message that we're sending to everyone.
I agree.
Thanks, Danny.
Same.
Does anyone have anything else to add to that question?
I have a quick thing.
Sige, go.
Go, Gerard.
Sige. Okay, fast lang naman. Siguro one of the things that Kuya Apas said to me, like, really stuck me until now, na parang as long as there are Wish kids, Make-A-Wish Philippines will always be there. So, whether or not ECQ na tayo, whether or not GCQ na tayo, whether we move to the new normal, Make-A-Wish Philippines will always adjust how we work, how we conduct our events, how we grant wishes. But one thing's for sure, we will still give the hope that we promised to the Wish kids. We will still be one with them. And we will really try to make sure na they aren't alone. They don't feel alone. Okay. Pass.
Okay. So I just wanted to share two things going off of what Trixie and Gerard said also is that Make-A-Wish is still there. So one of the things that I've always appreciated about Make-A-Wish is that we show the Wish kids and families that even if you're going through a hard time right now with your illness, with the hospital bills, with the treatments and everything that comes with it, Make-A-Wish is here to give you joy. So that doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
For me, our mission was always to find joy in dark moments. So it's still the same now. We're going through something dark, and like Trixie was saying, there really is a lot of things happening right now. But even so, our mission is still the same. In dark moments, we show you that there's still joy, there's still magic. And then another thing that I wanted to share is that Make-A-Wish International also started this hashtag called #WishesAreWaiting. And for me personally, like I like looking at that hashtag because worldwide, there are so many people around saying that wishes are not canceled. They're just waiting. They're going to be granted. We're going to take you on your wish journey. It's just waiting. So personally, I like looking at that hashtag because it inspires me. And so if people viewing also are looking to find a little bit of magic and remind themselves that there's hope, the hashtag wishes are waiting is a really good one to look at.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thanks, Iona. Julia, did you want to add?
I guess just to wrap things up, since they were able to discuss about hope and joy, I guess the other key value that we always talk about then is that strength that we always have with the power of the wish. So with the wish care package and that hashtag that Yona mentioned, yung hashtag wishes are waiting. So I guess it's our little way of giving strength to the kids from afar, through especially kunyari yung sa wish care package. So given those coloring books, given those little things that we have, at least they have something tangible in a way to hold on while we're all away, while they're all waiting for their wishes to happen and for everything to be a bit better around them. So at least they have that little bit of thing to hold on to give them that positivity and give them that strength to hold on and just be able to stand up on their own. Yun. That's it.
Thank you. Thanks, Julia. Thanks, Yona, and thanks, Jared. And thanks, Danny, also for asking
Thank
that
you.
question. Because it's very important to keep that discussion going. And I guess not just for us, not just for the current volunteers, and parang for the people watching who are not volunteers or have just like heard about Make-A-Wish Philippines right now kasi pinilit kayo ng friend mo na manood ng live stream namin. Ganun. But how can they support? How can people help and support Make-A-Wish right now? Danny, paano ba sila makakatulong like in their own little way?
In your own way. Well, one of the things that you can do to help Make-A-Wish, of course, is through this program that we're doing right now. We launched this Genie TV program mainly because we needed a way to raise awareness and raise funds for the Wish Kids, especially now that we're not able to do events. Since the beginning of the year, we haven't been able to have fundraising events because of the pandemic. So one of the ways that we are still, pursuing that mission of giving hope, strength, and joy to kids is through this program. So one of the ways that you can support us is by watching us every Wednesday, every hashtag Wish Wednesday. So spread the word about the program and donate what you can, and any amount of donation that you give will really go a long way in helping us give hope, strength, and joy to kids with critical illnesses. And also, if you go to our website, we also have a store on the website. So we right now have a T-shirt. I have it here. I will show. I can get through.
Cute.
I can get through all the wires. I have wires everywhere.
Yay,
Here.
merch!
Yay! So we have. Is it not? I hope it's not mirrored, so you can see the. Okay, so this is our Hope, Strength, and Joy shirts. They're on our website, on the www.makeawish.org.ph website. So you can visit the store, and they're there, and you can order. But of course, we will be able to deliver them to you when it's safe to open our office and get the stocks and send it to you. So basically, it's pre-ordering. So that's another way that you can help us out is by buying our shirts. And also right now that it's June 3 and 12 more days until Father's Day, we also have e-cards on our website. So you can also buy the e-cards. They're very affordable, and what we do is we customize it with your message, and then you can send it to your father figures to celebrate Father's Day. And then also, of course, we want to continue granting wishes when it's safe to do so. So we are accepting pledges to grant wishes. So if you want to grant a wish soon, when it's okay to grant wishes already, you can email us at info@makeawish.org.ph, and we will be very happy to help you out in the process. Wish captains and wish generals like Gerard and Julia will be assigned to help you as well in creating your wish experience for the child. that you will be assigned to. So yeah, those are the different ways that you can support Make-A-Wish. Yeah, that's all.
Thanks, Dani. So, di ba,
Mhm.
parang simple lang naman. Kung hindi talaga, parang hindi naman natin pinipilit na it has to be like a monetary donation. Kasi nga, not everyone naman has the financial capacity to do so. And I guess one way of helping us is to share this, di ba, our live stream is to spread awareness, share it also to your friends of friends, yung mga tita na nasa Viber group or yung may mga Telegram groups. I guess it's just like a continuous thing to help spread awareness kasi nga, the more you know, diba? There's nothing really wrong with knowing a lot more of these things. And I hope this episode actually helped clarify a few misconceptions and it helped answer a lot of our frequently asked questions as well. And hopefully you got to know more of who we are as a foundation, who we are as Make-A-Wish Philippines volunteers, and what our mission is talaga as Make-A-Wish. So it's not just, again, it's not just about giving something tangible and it's a one-time, big-time thing. It's really about the experience of helping this wish kid have hope, strength, and joy. Diba?
Well said, Trixie. Thank you very much. So, yes.
And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has stayed all throughout this live stream.
Thank
Diba?
you.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you to all of Fiona's fans.
All of Fiona's fans. Keep
Ionatics.
spreading.
I would
Yes,
like to call them Ionatics.
Thank you so much to all of our friends. And again, continue sharing. Kasi after naman this life has ended, you could still watch this video and you could still share this video to, again, your friends and your other friends and your titas of Manila.
Of Manila.
Or something. Diba? Thank you again to everyone who supports Make-A-Wish Philippines.
So with that, I think we're done with all of the questions. Thank you again so much to Gerard, Julia, and Yona for joining us tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Before we end the episode, our first episode, I'd like to ask our guests if you have any last words of encouragement for our viewers, something that you want to say to give hope and strength and joy to everyone watching right now.
Go, Gerard.
Yun talaga nila, no?
Siguro for me, really simple lang. Again, echoing back to what Kuya Apa said, no, as long as there will be Wish Kids, then Make-A-Wish will always be here. The same thing can be said to any other org and any other advocacy na as long as there are people who are willing to help, magagawa natin ang paraan. As much as we feel alone, especially since we're all cooped up and quarantined, sometimes it's nice to think then there are other people who feel the same way. But beyond that, there are also other people who advocate for the same things as you do. And together, we can spark difference. We can make a change, and we can make another person smile.
Thanks, Gerard.
Thanks, Gerard.
Julia, do you have any parting words?
I guess just a general words of encouragement. I guess because I've been seeing a lot of content online regarding mental health and how everyone's been coping with the pandemic and with the whole quarantine and lockdown happening. So I guess I just want to say that whatever your way of coping, it's valid, whether it's watching a series or just spending some time reading a book or singing your heart out like and I guess for us it's finding ways to reach out our wish kids again. So anything that you do to be able to cope and really just stay positive is valid. And if you are still looking for an outlet, so Make-A-Wish is always open. We're always here, open arms if you want to volunteer or if you want to help out, even in small ways. So there, just keep positive, and we'll all get through this together eventually.
Yeah. Thanks, Julia. Yona, how about you?
Okay. I had time to think. Before I say my message, I just wanted to say that this is coming from my personal experience, and I know that how I'm experiencing or going through this pandemic and the current issues is very different from the experience of other people. So I just wanted to say that I think the message that I'm giving is from my own experience, and I also know that other people um, uh, are experiencing other challenges that I'm not um, that I feel very lucky to be protected from. But then, that being said, the way that Make a Wish has helped me during this experience is that, again, it kind of shows me that, like Gerard was saying, as long as Make a Wish is there, as long as there are people who need help, there will be magic, there will be an answer. Um, so if you just watch Make a Wish and watch the way that we're using our voices and using our energies and our body to help other people, I hope that it inspires people who have a voice and people who have power to just keep doing what they can for everybody else who needs it right now.
Great. Thanks, Yona. What about you, Trixie? What is your last message? Last message.
Yeah, last message.
Your parting message for this program.
I hope that everyone got to know us a little better, and I hope that people now understand why we do what we do, why our focus is on the power of the wish, and how we're growing continuously through our volunteers. And hopefully, it encouraged you to join us in Make a Wish Philippines, diba? Looking forward to seeing you on this side of the screen. That it's gonna be your turn to talk about what Make a Wish is in the future. Hopefully.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Trixie. For me naman, I just want to say to everyone watching, again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's pilot episode of Genie TV. Like what Trixie said, I hope that you were inspired by all the stories and all of the things that we shared about Make-A-Wish. I hope that everyone is at home and safe and staying healthy. And I know that a lot of us are going through different things and different struggles and challenges. And I just want to kind of share something that I also learned from Make a Wish is that hope is so powerful, and it can overcome anything that you are going through. So let's all continue to hope. Let's all continue to be a light to others and give strength and joy to especially the people that need it, the people who don't have a voice or don't have enough or don't, that can't find that hope, strength, and joy because of their situations. Let's all continue to be a light to all of them. And so again, thank you for watching, and we hope that you will continue supporting our program and continue to support Make a Wish and continue to donate whatever you can to the foundation through our website. You can also, if again, like what Trixie said a while ago, if you can't give any monetary donations, feel free to email us or message us on Facebook and Instagram, and we can do a lot of things together. And I think that's the beauty of Make a Wish, is that we partner with so many kinds of businesses and people and corporations and schools and organizations, and we are able to reach our wish kids in many different ways, and not just through money or not just through monetary donations. So if you really want to help Make-A-Wish, there's always a way to help. So yeah, so we hope that you support and donate and reach out to us. And yeah, that's all.
Thanks.
Yay.
And we also hope to see you next week, diba? Because this is only our first
Yes.
episode of Genie TV. So it's our program that we hope that we could continue even longer after this situation is passed. Next week is something exciting for us, and we encourage everyone to tune in again, encourage more people to watch with us and enjoy. Because tonight is just one of the topics. It's getting to know who we are and who our volunteers are. Next Wednesday, so our hashtag Wish Wednesday next week, June 10. Again, it's at 8 p.m. It will be dun, 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 a virtual quiz night. Woohoo! Diba? Maglalaro tayo ng game. Because I guess we all need something light and fun and to get to enjoy and fellowship with our fellow Make-A-Wish volunteers. So we invite again everyone to have fun with us next week, Wednesday at 8 p.m. So, pwede kayo mag-prepare. Ang topic natin next week, everything Disney.
Yeah.
And Make-A-Wish 101, syempre. Diba?
Yeah, so if you watch this episode, you should be able to answer the Make-A-Wish 101, 101.
And plus more. So many other trivia questions about Disney and Make-A-Wish Philippines. So again, we encourage everyone to keep sharing this video even after tonight has ended. Continue sharing to your friends. Up until next week, we hope to see you again soon with us, watching with us next week, Wednesday. Let's make our Wednesday evenings fun with Make-A-Wish. So we'll see you next week, June 10, 8 p.m. for our virtual quiz night.
Yay!
And again, thank you for joining us, Gerard, Julia, and Yona. We have a lot of guests in store for you guys, and maybe some special surprises as well. So please tune in. Yeah. What else? I think you were gonna say something, Trixie.
No, wala naman. Surprise. Parang may mga surprise tayo. Ganyan.
Okay.
I really wanted to do that.
Gosh.
Thank you, Danny,
anyway.
also.
Thank you, Trixie, for co-hosting. We'll see you again next week, guys. Thank you so much, and always take care and stay safe. And good night and rest well. Bye, guys. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
See you
Bye,
next
everyone.
week.
Thank you so
Good
much.
night. See you next week.
Bye. See y'all.
You're done.